Chapter 7, Mishnah 7. The next sin listed in Mishnah 4 is someone who gives his child to Molech. This was a Canaanite practice performed for the sake of a statue called Molech. Its followers did not regard Molech as a god, therefore serving Molech is not idol worship. After priests lit a fire in front of the statue, a father would hand his child over to the priests and they would return the child to the father. The father would then pass the child over the fire from one side to the other without burning him. The Mishnah elaborates upon this sin. Someone who gives one of his children to Molech, he is not liable to execution unless he hands the child over to the priests of Molech and then passes the child through the space over the fire. If he handed the child over to the priests of Molech but did not pass him through the space over the fire, or if he passed the child through the space over the fire but did not hand him over to the priests of Molech, he is not liable, unless he hands him over to the priest of Molech and passes him through the space over the fire. The Mishnah explains the next two sins listed in Mishnah 4, namely one who practices Ov or Yidoni. Someone who practices Ov. This is a fortune teller who takes a skull, burns incense for it, and asks it questions about the future, which it answers. Or this is someone who raises the spirit of a dead person, which then speaks from his armpit. A person who practices Yidoni. This is someone who puts a bone from an animal called Yadua in his mouth, and the bone speaks from his mouth. These people are punished by stoning. And someone who asks them a question about the future, which he wants them to answer by using the methods of Ov or Yidoni, transgresses a prohibition but is not put to death.